People sometimes believe a course, a book, a podcast, or a recovery program will somehow magically make them stop drinking. But honestly, nothing truly works until you personally reach your own emotional rock bottom. And I want to be very clear about something. Rock bottom does not always mean being homeless or ending up in jail or losing your family or lying in a gutter somewhere. Sometimes rock bottom is simpler than that. Sometimes it's emotional exhaustion. Sometimes it's waking up every morning full of regret. And sometimes it's the fear that you can't stop. Sometimes it's realizing you've started becoming someone you no longer recognize. And sometimes it's simply reaching the point where you finally say and genuinely mean, "That's it. I cannot keep living like this anymore." That moment is incredibly important, because real change usually does not begin with information. It begins with emotional truth, acceptance. Once that internal shift happens, your brain starts becoming more open to change, because the emotional pain of continuing finally becomes heavier than the temporary comfort alcohol provides. And that's where structure becomes important. That's where accountability matters. That's where my course comes in. Not as some magical cure, and not in some preachy, shame-based way, but as a daily framework to help you stay connected to the decision you already made. Because the truth is, even after you fully commit, there will still be difficult evenings. There will still be moments where your brain says, "Oh, forget it. One night won't matter if I have a drink." That's normal. But the nightly drinking habit is deeply conditioned and ingrained. And that's exactly why I teach the Somatic Marker Method in my course. Because when those moments happen, the urges, you need something emotionally stronger than the craving itself. You need emotional memories tied to bad past experiences. You need to remember the exhaustion, the regret, the fear, the disappointment, the mental battle, the mornings where you promised yourself you would stop. Those memories become markers. And over time, those markers help interrupt the automatic habit loop before the first drink happens. That's why the course is built day by day. Not to overwhelm you, but to keep strengthening your resolve one day at a time over a 66-day period to form the new habit. Every sober evening builds confidence. Every difficult night you get through teaches your brain something new, that you can do this. I'm living proof. And eventually the version of you that once felt trapped starts becoming weaker, while the calmer, stronger version of you slowly takes over and puts its foot down. And that's when real change finally starts becoming permanent. Live better, sober, with the Somatic Marker Method.